Hello everyone. So today we are going to fix the complete the weapon swapping part and fix the related bugs to that. So now I can switch from M16 to AK-47 or AK-47 to M16 continuously seamlessly without any issue. And also if I am here, I get the message, press E to swap. If I leave, that message disappears without having to wait for a timeout. So after swapping, also the gun switching works without any issue. And if I try to swap the M16 with the AK-47 while that weapon is not at my hand, still it works. It directly comes to the back of the character like this. Okay, so let's see how to implement these things today. And these episodes are sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for the support. Alright, so today we are going to fix the remaining issues we have with the weapon switching system, swapping system, not switching. Alright, so first part I had previously is when I go near, I get the notification. When I go back, I still have the notification, and when I go here, it should appear again. So when I move away from the weapon, the pop-up notification should disappear immediately, because otherwise the player could think that he can still pick up the weapon if he press E. Right, so for that under widget tips, this play animation part was missing last time. This is something I had to add to make it consistently appear without any issue. Just drag a line from fade in and play animation. That's all I have done. Right, and append it before the retriggerable delay and after the set text. And how to make the notification disappear. So here all I have is just a show tip function. So in the BP gun, when I leave or when the collider that I am using, this one, when player leave that collider area, I have already used this on component end overlap event. So here I think I should get HUD. No. Get HUD and show tip with an empty message. So this should make the notification I already have in the HUD should immediately go away like this. Oh, I still have that background black bar, which is a problem. So what can I do about that? Well, here I can do something like this. If this one is empty, we can have a branch here. Or let's have a branch like this and check if it is not empty. If it is true, this usual path should take place, otherwise I can directly connect here. Now we should not have that black background issue. See, it disappears. In fact, it fades out smoothly. That's even better. Great. Okay. Oh, wait. Where did I get it again? Oh, what's that? Alright. I think this is what happens. So if I call this animation, while when there is one execution in here, this animation will be played twice. So that's why I get this message. I see this message disappear twice. See, in 5 seconds I should see that disappearing again. Okay, so how do we prevent that? Well, we can have a small variable here. Let's add a boolean variable, faded out. By default this should be false, and here if this animation played once, I'm gonna set faded out to true. And here we gonna have a branch using faded out. So if this is already faded out, we don't need to play it again. So we should connect the false here. And if we show a message here, we need to set faded out to false. That means it's not faded out yet. Set faded out to false. Right, now that problem also should have gone. Right, now it disappears. I shouldn't get that disappearing animation again. Right, great. Okay, it is working. Alright, and the next issue I want to work on is this one. So here I can pick up this weapon, I can swap this weapon once, but if I press E again, it doesn't swap properly. But if I press E again, it swaps. So somehow I can't do another swap. So that's a problem. So actually here what happens is, in the first time under guns category, when I try to switch, I have this BP rifle, and here as the parent component I do get the, let me put a print message here. So here I do get an invalid reference. That's the problem. Let me put a print message here and print the name of this component. I'll call it attach component. Right, here when I press C, I get as the name of the attached component something rifle. Now here attached component nothing. Again I get a valid reference and nothing. So that's the problem. So to fix that, have to, what I can do actually, we need to find another way to get the attached component instead of you relying on this get parent component. So we can use this isEquipped function here. So we need this. So we need to call this function before. So let me add is equipped. Let me call this again here. And so how do we select the attached component? Well, actually we can select it. Well, if this is already equipped, it has to be the right hand weapon socket. That means, yeah, hand or weapon, actually weapon hand socket, sorry. So yeah, if this is already equipped, that means if it is true, I have to use hand or weapon hand socket, this component, as the attached parent. Otherwise I can do another select based on the gun category. So if it is the primary weapon, I can use rifle socket. If it is the secondary weapon, I can use the sidearm socket. And if it is the special weapon, actually I don't have a socket for that yet, but I think let me rename this. Instead of rifle, I'll call it primary weapon socket. Let's rename this secondary weapon socket, and let me duplicate this. Let's call it special weapon socket. Oh, where is it? This is attached to the rifle socket. Let me open this skeletal mesh. Yeah, I need to rename this primary weapon socket. We can't duplicate. We can duplicate with Alt pressed. Good. This should be special weapon socket, and I need to move it to the other side of the back, like this. Should be fine. And also I'm going to change the name of sidearm socket to secondary save. Primary weapon socket. Let's attach it to primary weapon socket and special weapon socket. Let's attach it to special weapon socket. And the secondary weapon socket, let's attach it to secondary weapon socket. Okay. Now, well, let me quickly check if everything is working properly. Yes. I just wanted to check right after the changing the names if anything is messed up. Right, so here I can use special weapon socket. Okay. Alright. Now I think it should work fine. See, yeah, it is working. I can switch back, swap again and again without any issue. And let me put this, oh wait. Now the weapon switching is not working because here I am still using this BP rifle references and I need to replace them. Not here. Here. Instead of BP rifle, I should get from guns, find the primary weapon. Yes. This is a child actor component reference. But here what I have is an act object reference. Right. Let's define a new variable here. Instead of getting a component, yeah, let's name it from weapon actor. So here we will get an actor object after object reference. Right, so let's implement this one variable first and see if we can get rid of this from weapon child actor component. Here for the revolver I need to use as the from weapon the secondary weapon. Okay, now over here from the from weapon this is the only connection we have from weapon. So let me add a reroute node here. So how can we replace this attach component to component? Shall we replace this attach actor to component? Okay, everything should be kept world, and as the parent I have to use this one. Right, and the next connection is here. This one. This one. Oh well, the problem is when we have a reference to an actor object, we don't really have a suitable function to replace this move component node. So how can we actually achieve this smooth transition? Right, let me get another reference here and add a reroute node. And also let me put this part near that as well. Right, after doing that I don't need this one. Let me collapse this to a macro. Let's call it smooth move. Yeah, now this is the component, scene component, which is this is the child actor, and this one is the actor. This one is parent. That means the on-body socket. Right, let me rename this names. Child actor from weapon. No. Actor parent socket. Right. Now let's add a scene component. I'll call it temp component. And let's have a reference to that as well. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set location and rotation of that scene component with the location and rotation of this actor. Actor transform. Right, now after that I'm going to attach this actor to the temporary component. After that I'm going to move the temporary component to after that I'm going to attach the temporary component to whatever the target body socket. So temp component attach to component. As the parent, I'm gonna use this parent socket. Right. Then I'm gonna move this temporary component to 0, 0 location and rotation. So here I'm gonna keep world. Right. Then after it is moved, I'm gonna reattach the weapon actor, that means this one, to the originally desired parent socket and snap to target. So now I should get a smooth transition if this works. Right, I need to use that for the other weapon as well. Right, so now if I press 2, you can see the rifle is going to the back of the character smoothly without any issue. But if I press 1 or 2 again, the switching doesn't happen anymore. Right, so but now I can get rid of this from weapon child actor component, I think. Yes, one is attached to this one, so which is no longer used, so let me delete that. And other one is attached here, child actor component. I actually haven't used it, so let me get rid of that too. So this from weapon child actor component is no longer used. Compile, yeah. Let me break this. Right, now for the here I can get rid of this PP rifle. Right, now the next thing is fixing up the next part, which is getting rid of this 2 weapon. So here I can use the same thing for as so. Let me add another parameter. Let's call it to weapon actor, and we are using 2 weapon here. weapon is actor object, so we can use this one instead of getting the child actor. Okay, one reference is gone. So where else I am using to weapon? Here I can already use. Let me add a reroute node here and connect to weapon. This one is gone, and this part. And this part. Right. Now here I think I can reuse the smooth move again. We don't really need this part. So as the actor I have to use this. Well, this two weapon actor. And as the parent socket, I have to use the weapon hand socket. I think that's all. So let's disconnect this redundant nodes. Here I haven't connected to weapon actor from the primary weapon to the revolver, that means secondary weapon. And here from the secondary weapon to the primary weapon. Yeah, now I can also get rid of this two weapon reference as well. Okay, now let's see. Okay, it is switching is working now. So where else I have these references of BP rifle and BP revolver. The construction script. Sorry, this is begin play. That's fine. This is also fine. What about the revolver? Begin play. That's fine. Okay, now after switching everything, now after swapping guns, I should be able to switch them as well. Let's see. Yeah, great. Now what happens if I switch now? Okay, it directly goes into the back of the character. getting the notification here. Right, I think it has to do with this, something to do with this branch. Yes, if this is equipped, I have to toggle the gun, otherwise I can just connect it like this. Oh no, yeah, not only that, I have to set that as the weapon as well. If the here, if that weapon was already equipped, otherwise the rest of the things are fine, I think. Oh wait, this one also should come here. Shall we check? Right, now switch the weapon. Yeah, it is working properly. It directly comes back to the back of the character. Okay, now everything is fine. Great. Now I think we can stop this episode right here, and thanks for watching. So in the next time I am going to implement a special weapon and another secondary weapon like a pistol, and after that I'm gonna test switching to another pistol and also to a special weapon like a sniper rifle or a RPG. Okay, so thanks for watching. See you in another episode. Goodbye.